Hi, and welcome to the Tap into Health podcast. I'm your host, Liz Fisher, a former hair puller who also struggled with emetophobia, severe anxiety, and panic attacks for the better part of 36 years. Just like you, I felt alone, unheard, and out of options until I found EFT, which stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques, otherwise known as tapping. That's why I'm on a mission to share my journey and show you that healing is possible in a simple, holistic way. Join me each week in this safe space as my guests and I share what has really worked for us and our clients on our path to freedom. Let's dive into today's episode. I'm excited to announce a new offer that I've developed for anyone who has trichotillomania. My biggest complaint from my clients is that they don't know what to say when they're tapping. So I put together 30 days worth of tapping scripts for trichotillomania. If you have trich, then these scripts are for you. And if you don't know how to tap, no problem. You can find a quick startup tapping video on my website at tapintohealth.net/videos and get started right away. There are 30 days of private podcast feed with me tapping you through these scripts. I have used these scripts on my clients and myself, and I know they work. If you'd like to get started, please go to my store, tapintohealth.net/store, and download this private podcast today. It's more cost-effective than even having 4 sessions with me. You'll see better results with these scripts than anything you'll find on the web because they are so specific. Go to tapintohealth.net/store and download this private podcast today for the special intro rate of just $299. Hi, and welcome to today's episode. I'm your host, Liz Fisher, and today we're going to talk a little bit about insomnia. How many people suffer with the inability to go to sleep at night? I know that this has happened to me, specifically when I had small children. And even when they were sleeping, I would still have insomnia and anxiety that came along with it. It's really not a fun thing to have, and it can cause other really big problems in your life. So let's talk a little bit about what causes insomnia. Besides that, most people know it's the inability to fall asleep or have restful sleep, multiple times of waking in the night. It can be triggered by an event, some past trauma, anxiety that is going on, the inability to put your mind at ease when you lay down in bed. That is very common for people. Their mind just races and races and they just can't get comfortable enough to drift off into sleep, or if they do drift off, it's only for a short amount of time. And I have clients who have trouble falling asleep and staying asleep. It could be from something really upsetting that happened in your past. And if that's the case, as a practitioner, we would work together to get to the stuck energy around why that is still keeping you from being able to sleep well at night. But there are other tools, even besides tapping, that we can use to calm us before bed, including meditation, hypnosis, just taking a bath in Epsom salts, having some aromatherapy available, lavender oil, things that are calming, not being exposed to too much blue light on your phone or any technology before going to sleep. Those are ways that you can calm yourself. There's also lighting that can help you. There is a light bulb that's available, or lights that are available that help you to regulate your sleep, where the lights actually turn down in intensity over the course of a few hours to adjust yourself to the idea of sleep. So sleep can cause panic, though. It used to cause panic in me, and the reason that was because my son was so colicky. This was 10 years ago, before I found tapping, and he would just get up after I'd nurse him, put him to sleep. And I swear he was in the other room and he could hear my eyelids slam shut. The second I fell asleep, he'd be screaming. So my body just could not get comfortable or relax because I was just anticipating. I was in fight, flight, or freeze for that time frame where I should have been sleeping. So my body just could not adjust and get comfortable to the idea of actually being able to relax and rest. So Today, we're going to talk about your sleep and your sleep habits. There are a lot of things associated with this, and I am guilty of a lot of them where you don't go to sleep at a certain time at night. You stay up until all hours. You actually have PTSD around falling asleep because it's hard for you. And I can definitely attest to this, specifically since I'm going through some perimenopause symptoms in my almost 50 years of age. And along with that comes an ability to sleep. So it has been really hard for me, and I'm getting adjusted to that. There are other things that you can do that are non-medicinal to help you be able to sleep. One of the things that I do is take magnesium, which helps you sleep. Your body produces it, and most people don't have enough of it. It's something that you could definitely ask your doctor or healthcare provider about if you're interested, but I do take magnesium, and it has helped a tremendous amount. But I also tap before I go to bed because this is just a helpful way to relax your fight, flight, or freeze, calm your central nervous system, calm your amygdala, and tune in to just nothing, actually, to get our brains to just focus on the act of relaxation. Find somewhere relaxing to sit down where your feet can be flat on the floor, have a glass of water handy, and I'd like you to think about the first time you experienced insomnia. How long ago was that? Was it when you were a child? Was it in adulthood sometime? Was it just recently? Was it because of a trauma, do you think? Was it because of some sort of pain that you're in? Emotional trauma and pain can be connected. So whatever that is, it doesn't matter exactly what that is right now, but I just want you to kind of think about what could have started your insomnia. And then I want you to think about the anxiety or stress you have every night around going to sleep and your sleep habits, if those are not what they should be, probably because you struggle so much with sleep. So possibly putting a number down around how anxious you are around sleep on a scale of 0 to 10, and where you feel it in your body when we talk about, oh boy, it's that time of night again, I have to try to get to sleep. What am I going to do? And maybe you're anxious because of all of the things that you've tried that haven't worked, and you've never even thought about tapping. So the other thing would be, how do you want to manage your insomnia? Where are you with your sleep patterns? So give that a number on a scale of 0 to 10. I'm guessing that if you're having trouble falling asleep, that your sleep habits could be better, and mine definitely could be. I'm guilty of that 100%. So with those numbers in mind and with your feet flat on the floor, let's tap a couple rounds through the points and see where we come up, what we come up with, and what things might come up for you around your inability to get to sleep or stay asleep or get restful sleep. So let's do this, the side of our hand. Even though I am so overwhelmed because I can't sleep, and it's just exhausting physically and emotionally to not be able to sleep, I love and accept myself. And even though I have tried everything and nothing seems to work for me, I've just about given up and decided, I guess I'll just be exhausted forever. I love and accept myself. And even though this insomnia could be stemming from something that I haven't addressed in my past, and maybe I need to be willing to take a look at the root cause of this inability to sleep. I love and accept myself. Top of the head. Every night, it's the same old thing with me. I just can't get to sleep. Eyebrow point. It's so frustrating just laying there staring with my mind racing. Side of the eye. I just can't get comfortable. Maybe my legs are restless, or I'm sweating and uncomfortable. Maybe my bed feels lumpy, or my pillow isn't right. Under the eye. Whatever it is, I just can't get to sleep, and I can't stay asleep, and my sleep is not restful. Under the nose. I'm willing to try something different and maybe disengage my brain for a little while to allow some sleep. Chin point. At this point, I have been on no sleep for so long that my body is almost stuck. Collarbone point. Stuck in this behavior of staying awake. It's a cycle that I've gotten myself into, psyching myself out about sleep. Under the arm. What can I do to get into better habits when it comes to my sleep? I've got this bad schedule around my sleep going on right now. It probably needs addressed. Top of the head. What is it that I can change? Maybe it's just one thing. Eyebrow point. I really don't need to watch all that garbage on TV. It might make me even more anxious before bed. Side of the eye. If I had more healthful routines around sleep, maybe my body could change. Under the eye. I'm willing to explore all possibilities. And even if a lot of things haven't worked for me, maybe tapping will. Under the nose. I'm sick of struggling with sleep. I just look and feel exhausted all the time. Chin point. My body really deserves to relax, unwind, and get restful, deep sleep. Collarbone point. My body actually begs for this. That's why the sun goes down and there is nighttime. It's when we need to rest, when our body rejuvenates. And for some reason, I'm off schedule. Under the arm. It might seem really hard, but I think I'm ready to try something different, something helpful. Doing something else with all of that excessive energy that I seem to have in the middle of the night. Using it to my advantage. Using it to calm myself. Using it to wind down. Okay, stop there for a minute and take a deep breath in. And notice any changes in the way your body feels, in how you view your sleep, and then check back in with your number. Where is the anxiety level around the idea of having to go to sleep? Maybe that's changed a little bit for you, or maybe something came up. If something came up, write that down. That's an aspect you can tap on at a later time. And the other number was, what are your sleep routines? And how can they be changed, or do they need changing? And how willing are you to make changes in your sleep schedule or routine before bed? And write that number down. See if that changed. Where is the resistance to changing? And then maybe we should do one more round on resistance, because that's a really big thing. Resisting something that doesn't feel safe, resisting the idea of change, resisting feeling safe in your own bed, in your own house, in your own room, whatever that is that's keeping you stuck. Let's do another round. And let's start on the side of our hand. Even though I have all this resistance about changing my sleep routine, and I don't know why that is. Maybe I'm too tired to even change. I love and accept myself. Even though there is resistance because maybe it doesn't feel safe to change those behaviors, because maybe staying awake has kept me safe from something or someone. And I'm willing to look into that because I'm just so tired. I love and accept myself. And even though all of this exhaustion is making me not have a clear mind when it comes to making changes, I'm choosing sleep consciously now because it's in my best interest no matter what. And it is safe in a lot of ways to let our body sleep. I love and accept myself. Top of the head, all this resistance in my body. Eyebrow point, all this resistance in my eyes to close and relax. Side of the eye, all this resistance to turning off my brain with all of those racing thoughts. Under the eye, all of this resistance. I got everything done today that needed to be done. I can't do anything else. It's time to sleep. Under the nose, all of this resistance to change because it might not feel safe. Chin point, all of the resistance around giving something up that I'm used to doing. Collarbone point. It just feels like too much. I'm overwhelmed and I'm exhausted. Under the arm. This isn't what I want for me. I want to be fully rested and have clarity. Top of the head. How do I do that consciously when I feel too exhausted to even do anything productive? Eyebrow point. I am asking the universe to give me some clarity and some energy to make a few small changes in my routines around sleep. Side of the eye. My body needs sleep to be healthy. Under the eye. My body needs sleep to make good decisions. Under the nose. My body is begging to relax and rest. It's part of the human cycle. Chin point. I deserve a restful night's sleep. Collarbone point. I can almost remember what it's like to feel rested when I wake up in the morning. Under the arm. It is all I want. All I want is to have a good, restful night's sleep. I can picture it now. My bed is so comfortable. My pillow is the exact right softness. And the temperature in my room is perfect to manifest this amazing night's sleep. Okay, stop there for a minute. Take a deep breath, get a sip of water, and check back in with your body. Your anxiety level number, where is that now? Around not wanting to go to sleep, not being able to sleep. And then the other thing is your sleep schedule. How resistant are you to changing your patterns? Because we really do need sleep to be able to function and make good decisions in our daily lives. We need to be able to have sleep to take care of other people. If you are a caretaker, if you're a mother, anything, we need to be rested. We need to have sleep to be able to drive somewhere even. So all of these things are very important when it comes to changing your habits, where your resistance is, and you might feel resistant because of some other aspects and things that have happened in the past. Write those down if anything came up for you and tap through those things. It's not a one and done situation probably when it comes to insomnia, but I can guarantee you that if you spend 5 minutes a night going through this script, tapping on one point without even saying any words is so helpful you wouldn't even believe. It calms your central nervous system. It lets you start to relax your mind and your body, and it feels comfortable. Make sure that you set up your area, your bed, to be the most comfortable for you, and try to change some of your habits that are around your inability to sleep. And maybe it's going in your room an hour earlier than you would normally. Maybe it's taking a bath or a shower before you get into bed. And also, turning down the thermostat is another way to induce sleep. We actually do sleep better when it is cooler in our rooms. So I like to have a lot of nice fluffy covers and have the room be a cool temperature. 66 is what I've read is the optimal sleeping temperature. So that's another thing you can try. Even if you're not willing to tap, adjust the temperature in your room and make sure you have enough bedding to keep you warm. Even if you don't want to tap all the points, it seems too exhausting, you're too tired, just tap one point, or there's a point on the back of your hand called the gamut point, which is in between your ring and pinky finger. There's a ridge that runs on the back of your hand. You can put that on your lap or on your chest and just tap that gamut point, and that will calm your central nervous system immediately. You can just put your fingers on your favorite point and hold and breathe. Just get your central nervous system adjusted to what it feels like to relax when you're in bed and not to be so fidgety. I hope that this has helped you and that you get a wonderful night's sleep tonight. Tapping does move energy, so when you do tap, you do sleep really well. I can guarantee it. And just a reminder before we wrap up today, if you'd like to work with me, you can schedule a free discovery call on my website, tapintohealth.net. Or if you're ready to start right now, you can visit my online store and download pre-recorded mini sessions. Thanks to you for listening today. We'll see you next time, and until then, keep tapping. Thanks so much for tuning in to today's episode. Remember to follow and review so you don't miss a thing. Ready to heal with EFT? I have 2 ways to support you. Head to the show notes to start your one-on-one healing journey with me, or get started on your own by checking out my online store for pre-recorded video sessions specific to your needs. See you next time.